have a room full of guys like that just want to see the team succeed, that's when you start to see individual successes grow and things like that. So he's one of those guys. I mean, he's enjoyable to be around.
So we talked a little bit about, talked with Coach Clark about Christian Wilkins taking that big step next year. Brandon Jones, a guy heading into year 3, got better from year 1 to year 2. What would another jump for Brandon Jones look like? How could he improve his game even more?
Yeah, just continue to progress, right? Continue to work on some of his weaknesses, some of the things that weren't necessarily at the height of his game. Obviously, every player has different skill sets. Every player is going to do certain things better than other things. And you got to continue to work on those things that you do well and improve on those. But for him, just growing as a young player, he's still a young player in this league, understanding the game, growing his knowledge of the game, of the scheme, of communicating with other players, understanding all 3 levels of the defense from the D-line to the linebackers into the secondary helps you as a safety play faster and play more efficient. So as long as he continues to buy into the process and just keep studying and becoming a student of the game, his production can continue to go up.
That's awesome stuff. I want to ask you about working with Pat and Sam as a cornerbacks. I know you guys probably have some crossover there, I imagine. Just how is their experience? You played in the league too.
Yeah.
Just kind of you guys talking about your experiences and then putting it onto into your coaching.
It's great, exactly. I mean, especially because we all played, right? So, it kind of feels at times like when we're all kind of meeting together, it's like I'm playing safety and those guys are playing corner. And, we have a lot of really good dialogue, a lot of really good interaction, a lot of really good conversations about, how we want to play things, how things should be played, and really seeing the game from a player's perspective. And I think that's been a very beneficial thing for us in the DB room as coaches, and being able to relay that to the players and then getting them to understand, how to translate what we're trying to say onto the field. So it's been great.
And the last thing I have for you, just Coach Boyer, I know he's been the DC here since last year, but just kind of how have you noticed the way he interacts and the way he's kind of led things so far this year?
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, he's extremely smart. I've known Josh from back when I played in New England, so he's extremely smart. He has a vision for how he wants things to be approached each and every day. He's detailed. He's always prepared, and he's got a great personality. So the interaction, the working environment has been really good. I mean, it's been enjoyable. You enjoy stepping into work every single day and trying to put everything you can into it to try to make things successful. And he helps streamline that for us as a coaching staff and as a defense.
How do you think the way he coached you as a player helped prepare you to be a coach of your own?
Yeah, obviously he was coaching corners then. I was a safety, back then. But, just his vision for, how certain things should be played conceptually. Technique-wise, he's a very good coach as far as technique standpoint, especially at the corner position or in man coverage and things like that. And from back then, this is going back how many years now, he would probably say he was a young coach back then too. So he's probably, grown and evolved over the years. But, it's been great. I mean, the relationship is good from back in those years when he was coaching and giving me pointers back then as a player. And now here we are working together, trying to come up with things cohesively to make our players better on the field.